How's it going, guys? Welcome to the TwoPennyGames Piggy Bank, your favorite casual gaming podcast with your casual gaming buds. My name is Phil. I'm your host for this lovely show that we do here every Monday afternoon Central Time, usually sometime after 5 o'clock. Every Monday Central, as I said. And then, of course, if you're not watching us live here on twitch.tv/TwoPennyGames, you can catch us every Saturday, 10 a.m. Central Time on youtube.com/@TwoPennyGames.
They're at 8 a.m. every time. Everything is set to 8 a.m.
Is it?
Always
is it
has been, always will be.
Saying 10. That voice is, of course, Tavin Bothel, one of my favorite friends. They're one of my co-hosts.
I tried to write him a script, and he just threw it away.
Look, man, I work better on the fly, you know? And then across the table from him, we have Connor Elliott.
My ear hurts. And my throat. So, you're welcome. I'm doing this.
Fucked.
Yeah.
What? Coming to mouth.
In the ear?
Yeah.
Like the Family Guy bit?
Like the Family Guy bit?
Yeah. You ever heard that? Where like they were doing that to preserve their sanctity for like Jesus or whatever?
Yeah.
And, they did the bit where it's like, it's coined the phrase, once you go black, you go deaf.
Fucking okay. I remember that punchline now. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, Family Guy aside, this of course is a show where we talk about video games, our week in games, what we've been playing, what we hope to play that's soon to release. We talk about whatever bullshit gaming topic we come to mind. We play mini games, we compete against each other. It's a lot of fun. Of course, you know what, gentlemen? Something big happened this past week.
Oh, brother, here we go.
This is my first podcast as a married man.
Indeed.
Yeah. Typical wife guy kind of thing. Just to have to mention it on a video game podcast.
Why can't you ever be excited whenever your friend has some news? You know,
I'm the wife guy. I got a wife now.
Just because you know it, you know, they don't know it. Let's be excited.
It's not a matter of just knowing.
It's
I was there.
You were both in my wedding.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was fun. Nice venue. I liked it.
It was very nice. So glad you guys could be there with me. It was a great time.
Weather was
I cried
awesome.
like a little baby bitch.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you know, some do, some don't.
It was it was a very emotional moment. Very emotional moment. My heart swelled a time or two for sure. But yeah, it was a lovely time. Had some good fun, good drinks, good laughs. You know, it was a good time.
It was a great time. You guys broke a chair. It was great.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And Tavin's smug little smile.
Could have been anything.
I
to be fair, that chair was partially already broken. So you know.
So So it really wasn't our fault then.
I mean,
yeah,
the rest of it was, yes.
I'm assuming they had video camera.
Oh, I mean, I don't know about that, but you know, they just knew that part of it was already broken. You know.
So did they say anything or like?
I've yet to know the end of that story. So.
Okay. All right. Someone may have gotten tipped over while they were in the chair.
Me.
Well, I know who the someone was, and they're on the podcast right now.
It's me.
He got tipped over.
Yeah. I was talking to someone,
by possibly another person on the podcast,
and a third party.
You know, there. Who knows? Anybody? You know, things happen. You turn your back for 1 second, and suddenly there's s'mores everywhere, and you're like, "What the fuck are these s'mores doing here?"
Let me tell you, it wasn't this guy. I wasn't the other person on the podcast. It's these two guys.
I don't know what could have happened.
Tavin has guilt written in his language.
Like
he's looking like a dog who just like chewed on a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Like a recent.
Did you chew the pillow?
No.
Did you chew the pillow?
I didn't chew the pillow.
Like
a recent Drake tour.
Oh, shut up.
It was all a blur. It was all a blur.
Okay.
All a blur.
Were you one of the people that Drake brought back with him? And that's why it's all a blur?
Brought back with him.
I don't know. I was doing a bit about how he drugs people. I don't know if he drugs people.
Had some dangerous accusations.
You know, did like a
Those
like,
are things,
I don't know if he turned into like a Cosby thing, you know, who knows.
I mean, it's been hinted at.
Always possible.
That fucking battle was so great. Such a great battle.
What battle?
The rap battle, Connor.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought of it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the Tyler the Creator's new album came out today. Fucking good.
Yeah.
Really good. I'm not a big Tyler the Creator fan. He's a little too experimental for me usually. But this one I like a lot. I liked his last album too. But I'm only like one listen deep. So, but I might like this one more. But I'd have to go back and revisit. But
His last one was Igor. Yeah.
No, his last one was Call Me If You Get Lost. Igor was the one before that one. Igor was the one that like everybody was like, "Oh my god," and I was like, "This is too experimental for me. I don't like these noises that are happening right now." So I like I like Earthquake. Other than Earthquake, keep that.
You make my earthquake.
I like
Would
that
you
song.
back Tyler the Creator in a rap battle against Kendrick Lamar?
Ooh.
That's a question.
Well, they're both LA artists. It would never happen.
No.
It would never happen. Firstly, they are huge fans of each other. But if that matchup were to happen, that's tough. Tyler can rap his ass off.
He's funny too. So
yeah,
He's also a very funny man.
Yeah, he's very funny. You know, I don't think Tyler would take rap beef seriously.
he probably would.
No, he would do some silly shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he would pivot and just take the piss out of it and troll his whole way through. But he's got some bars on this album that are aimed at people. So he's throwing shots, but they're not like serious shots. They're very much like, man, get the fuck up out of here, like type shit. But yeah, that would be a weird one. Because both those motherfuckers are weird and would just like do weird voices to each other back and forth. And you'd be like, what the hell is going on?
Well, anyway, hip hop aside, Tavin.
Love it.
Jesus.
The best thing in the world.
No, is
Video
it?
games. Video games, Tavin. Video games. You
What's
forgot.
better,
You forgot
Tavin?
video games.
I haven't played any video games this week, so all I got is hip hop, and I was listening to a Tom Holland interview on the way home. So you know,
I mean, I've played Mario Party this week.
talk to us about that.
about
How's
it.
Mario Party?
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good. This is a great Mario Party. This is it's done a lot of similar things to it's very much a sequel of Super Mario Party, the launch Mario Party for the Switch. You know, it has a lot of improvements here and there. It's got way better maps. It's got I kind of miss the ally system from the original, but it's different now where like you actually have to play a mini game to get the ally, and they're not they're not as overpowered as they were in the original Super Mario Party. Like now they only last for 3 turns. They give you like a special buff for those 3 turns. They still let you do everything twice, well, I don't think that was a thing in the original Super Mario Party.
I don't think that was
But now
a
if
thing.
Yeah. So now if you land on a certain space, you'll get credit for landing on that space twice if you have an ally. And it's the same thing. You can buy like 2 stars if you have an ally. It's
that
great.
true with all of it? I thought each of them had, because we've played a little bit too. Each of them have like their own like special thing that they allow. And then I thought it was all of them allow you to buy 2 stars at once if you so wish.
Yeah, so that is true. They all do have their own special ability, but also you're allowed to buy 2 stars and you get double whatever you land on.
Oh, okay.
So it even does it the same thing if you land on a red space. You'll lose 6 coins rather than only 3.
Got you. Interesting. Didn't catch that one.
Yep.
Yeah, from what I played, I enjoyed it. It's fun. It's Mario Party. And
They brought back a lot of like the best mini games from the old games too. Great collection of games. There've been very few that I do not like.
I would probably agree
in this
with that.
game.
Yeah, I think we played 3 games of like switching back and forth between 10 and 15 turns a piece.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think of all of those mini games, I think there was only like 1 or 2 that I was like, I'm not fucking with this. But other than that, I was like, that was a fun game. I enjoyed that. That was entertaining. And
right now, I think me and Ash's favorite is the you have to match the photo. Game where like you're in like a park and you have to find where this example photo is and match up whatever's going on in like the background and everything.
That was
a lot
no
of
fun, right?
I don't remember it from anything else.
I don't remember it.
It's a good one.
It could have been in one of the random ones or whatever, but yeah, I don't remember it ever being a thing. But I'm not the biggest Mario Party guy either. I think the maps are good. The maps are pretty well constructed. They got cool little shortcuts and gimmicks and things going on in each of them. They're larger than they were in the Super Mario Party version, which is greatly appreciated because it feels like things are actually happening on the map now, as opposed to like us traveling half the map in one turn.
Have you tried the mall one yet?
I've not. No.
That one's really good. That's me and Ash's favorite right now.
Yeah. I don't know when I'll be getting back to Mario Party. I might take the Switch over to my mom's house on Halloween because me, my girlfriend, my mom, my sister, and my grandmother are all convening over there. So it might be a fun time to bust out the Switch and play some Mario Party between my mom, my sister, and my girlfriend.
Yeah, it's a great time. That's so Mario Party is just it's one of Ash's favorite games like ever to play. So we play all the time. We went to a little we had a nice little late lunch, early dinner type deal on Saturday. We went to Fogo de Chao, a Brazilian steakhouse, and we ate copious amounts of red meat.
Nice.
Filled our gullets with all that. It was delicious. It was fantastic. And then we went home and kept drinking and played Mario Party. Played a little Mario Party drinking game. It was great.
I like Mario Party, but it's not like my favorite thing in the world. I think it's cool for a party circumstance, and then but only like one or two. It's crazy how there's 45 45 turns or whatever that you can get up to or anything like that. I understand why that would be cool. And I would like to do that at some point, but undeniably, if things such as if there are substances floating around the party, or maybe if there's people who just don't game that often, I can see how you'll never get through one.
Yeah. To my knowledge, this one only goes up to 30 turns.
Still a lot. Still a lot.
Mario Party. I think it was 8 for the Wii. Got up to 50.
Yeah, I know I've played
ridiculous.
Some with 50 in them, and it's that's too many turns.
Yeah, the one on the Wii, I'm pretty sure it was 8. Got up to 50 turns, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. The thing about it, you don't want it to last longer than a tabletop game with it, you know? I mean, it's essentially a virtual tabletop game in itself, but you wouldn't if it starts lasting longer than Monopoly, you're too long. You're too long. Monopoly, one of those games.
I'm a big Monopoly fan. So
Monopoly is one of those games that has the reputation for being too long, and it can certainly get long, but I don't think it's that long.
It's a reasonable.
What, two, maybe 3 hours? You know, I think that's reasonable.
You a house rules player for Monopoly?
I don't believe so. No, I believe
you a free parking guy.
They're not just there's just free parking, isn't there? I don't understand. So I don't understand the question.
In the base game, it's basically just like a dead space that doesn't do anything. But the fun way is anytime you have to pay taxes or you have to pay something from a card, you stack that money for free parking, and if you land on free parking, you get everything from the pot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see how that would be a fun little thing as opposed to it just going to the bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
I could see. Yeah.
That is the ideal way to play. There's also a fun version that me and Ash have played. That was an alternate set of rules in one of the. I think it was one of my Pokemon Monopolies, which it's a lot of fun. So it basically plays with the doubles that you can get on dice. So you essentially can choose to roll again, or if you get double ones, you can then choose to land wherever you want on the board. If you get double twos, you can just choose to roll again, or you can collect $200 just straight from the bank. If you get double threes, you can either roll again or take $50 from an opponent, or from I guess from every opponent. If you get double fours, you get to draw a community chest card. If you get or roll again. If you get double fives, you do the same thing as 4, but with chance rather than community chest. And then if you get double sixes, you get to roll off against an opponent and take one of their properties if you roll higher than them.
Kind of fun. You know the optimal strat for Monopoly, Connor?
What's that?
Do you know it? What would you think it is?
Go for the boardwalk.
No. Fuck the
No.
boardwalk. Absolutely fuck the boardwalk to hell. You middle class your way to success. Middle class.
It's orange.
Yep. You get that. Preferably, you would get that bottom left corner if you're looking at it and start is on your bottom right. So, like that first corner, that's like the ideal joint for me. And then the whole left street. Once you start getting to that top street, it gets it's you start you definitely still want them, but you start diving into properties that are more expensive than they are worth the payouts for.
Yeah.
Boardwalk. Yeah. Literally, if I land on Boardwalk my first time through and I'm the first guy, I pass it. I go, nope, I'm good.
Oh no, I definitely still buy it.
Nope, I'd skip it. It costs too much money too early.
But I do think that my favorite space on the board is the beginning side, the browns and the light blues.
Yeah.
The Browns don't do enough.
But if you get hotels on them, it's 250 and 450 respectively for
like
people land on those a lot.
Not worthless. Not worthless, but you know, it takes some work to get there. That's why I start with those light blues. Then what's next? Orange?
Pink, and then orange, then red, then yellow, then green, then dark blue.
Yeah, that pink, orange, red, the light blue, pink, orange. Those three, prime. Red, sure, why not? Once you start getting to yellows and greens, I'm like, maybe, you know.
Yeah, the red is my first maybe on the board, and then I usually pass up yellow. Yellow is my least favorite part of the board.
It just doesn't feel like it gets landed on a lot.
You know,
it's by all the utilities and
then
stuff.
You go to jail, and you know. Anyway, back to talking about video games, and you know, topical on me just getting married. I now have a wife, so we're gonna do a little hit 10 that I've assembled for the top 10 video game waifus.
Waifus. Okay, so different.
Yeah. This comes from
Pause.
Pause.
When you say waifu, you just mean like wifeable video game characters?
Yeah, as in these are. I mean, I guess another way you can say is like these are people's like favorite female video game characters.
Yeah.
Why
the reason I'm stopping you is Connor was like, "Oh, waifu, so different," and I was like, "Nah, I don't think that's what the little anime bullshit chicks. I don't think that's what we're shooting for here."
I mean, it's
definitely video game characters, so it's not just like anime.
Of course not. It's hot characters is what I'm hearing.
I know who number one should be.
Yes.
I know who number one should be. It won't be, but it should be.
We'll see.
But like I was saying, this comes from comicbookresources.com. And let me just real quick run through what a hit 10 is if you don't know. Hit 10, of course, is where we take a top 10 list from either ourselves or the internet, and we assign point values to each spot on the list. Number 1 on the list being worth 10 points, number 10 on the list being worth 1 point. Everything in between is inversed accordingly. So number 9 is worth 2 points, number 8, 3, 7, 4, and so on. Usually, I'll let Connor go first on these because he's not very good at this particular game. But
not true at all.
I'm gonna throw it to my best man at my wedding. I'm gonna throw it to Tavin first.
By the way, Einkun, how'd you know?
How'd you know?
No stop you.
Is there a description? Do we have a description of how this thing was said?
I would love to pull one up for you real quick. Hang on a second.
Because there are a number who first come to mind immediately, and I'm like, oh yeah, of course you got to talk about them. But I'm trying to get some insight on where this article went.
This is among the many playable female protagonists across the gaming industry. There are several players have fallen in love with over the years. From early pixel forms to the most recent high-definition versions, these characters wield more than alluring looks. Beyond that first look are powerful, strong, deep characters who win the hearts of gamers with their personalities and abilities.
So just because they said it in the opening sentence, which I thought was weird, these are playable female characters?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
There's no bearing.
thought of another one that's probably pretty high too. But I'm gonna start with the heart. You know, and so I'm gonna go Tifa Lockhart.
I'm gonna slit your throat at night.
With the heart, you say. Now,
Yeah.
Tavin, that's a great pick.
Yeah.
However, unfortunately, it's not the number 1. It is the number 3, however.
Oh,
Okay.
You got
I was about to say,
8 points for
If
that
he was
one.
gonna say it's not on the list, I was gonna throw the whole
God.
shit away. It's not even worth talking about anymore.
what?
That is the number 3 pick on the list.
That's acceptable.
All right,
You know-
Tavin's got 8 points with that first guess. Connor, give me your first guess. They only get 5 guesses each. I didn't mention that.
He's a classic character. Probably won the hearts of many people, many men, many women too, back in the day. I'm going to go with Lara Croft.
Lara Croft is number 9 on the list,
Woo!
getting you
Ooh,
10.
damn.
2 points. 2 points.
She was on my short list, but before getting to Laura, I was gonna go with another L character, and I'll take one Liara Tassoni.
Liara Tassoni is not on the list.
Throw it away.
Damn.
Throw it away. Throw it away.
Let's not be hasty here, huh? Let's not be hasty. Well, it's my turn. There's a character that should be on this list. She's not going to be. So, you know what? I missed with the Lara Croft one. I'm going to double down. Let's go Samus.
Weird.
Samus Aran is number 5 on the list,
No.
getting you
Yep.
6 points.
Yep. Loser.
All right. Well, you loser. You just tied me.
You just because you gave the the haughty response of oh, you what are you talking about?
I just
Connor?
don't
You're so
think.
crazy.
I don't think that's a number 10 at most. I think.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Do they double dip into Final Fantasy VII? That's really the question that I have on my head right now. They double dip into Final Fantasy VII. I don't want them to. Are they staying true to characters who come from gaming? That's my next question. You know?
We shall see what y'all come up with.
It's difficult, and it's going to stay difficult. There's so many options, so many answers. I can only think
How
of
many
characters
ops you really got?
from. It's too many options. I can only think of options from Final Fantasy and Mass Effect right now, which is the big problem. Can I ask all of these characters present themselves as females?
That is correct.
Okay. I don't like it. I don't like it. There's better options, Tavin. You can find better options. But she is quite literally a wife. She's a great wife.
I feel like I know what you're thinking. We'll see.
If you do, that's a bad choice, right?
I don't know.
No. I don't
Let me
know.
run through what has been taken off the list so far. So far, what's been taken off the list is the number 9 slot for Lara Croft, the number 5 slot for Samus Aran, and the number 3 slot for Tifa Lockhart.
I'm going to go generic with it, but not overly generic. And I'm going to say Princess Zelda.
That was one of my next.
Yeah.
Princess Zelda is the number 4 on the list, getting you 7 points.
I'm not super mad at it. Not super mad at it.
Let's go for it. Let's go with Aerith.
Aerith Gainsborough is the number 2 on the list.
Number 2, huh?
Getting you
Get the
9
fuck
points.
out of here! What are we talking about?
Exactly my thoughts.
You know what the weird thing is? I played that game.
I'm going to say it's weird. It's weird to double dip from Final Fantasy VII. It's also weird to put Aerith above Tifa.
Well, here's the thing. The death makes people more attached to her and saddened.
It's all these old fucks who only had the original game and only cared about Aerith.
And the weird thing is that they even say it in the game. She's plain looking. She's just plain looking, right, guys?
Yeah. Well, no.
I know. There's just that moment in the game
She's gorgeous.
where they're like, "Oh, you're plain looking. You're normal," and everyone's just like,
Putting
"What?"
both of them in top 3 is nuts.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Nuts means it's illogical, but logically, when you think about it, a lot of people like Aerith.
A lot of people like Aerith, and Aerith is valid. But She's low key a little manipulative. Like low key, a little
Trying
bit.
to save the planet.
Yeah, I
dude.
mean, for good reasons she is. For good reasons. And I'm not going to say she's like toxically manipulative, but she's definitely working with more information than you have in your hand or like in the cart. You know, like she knows too much. And so it's like, why are you even playing into it, Aerith? What is going on here? And I vehemently do not believe that Aerith has feelings for Cloud. True feelings for Cloud. I think it's just because Cloud makes her reminds her of Zack, and so she thinks she has feelings for him.
Yeah.
But I don't think she really has feelings for him. That relationship would not work.
But is that
She's
what this
still
is
attached
about?
to Zack.
She's too attached to Zack. Cloud and Tifa literally belong together.
See, that's all fair and well.
Some
but this is
women
about
just too attached to their exes.
some are. I'm guessing that's a reference to something.
No, I'm just saying. Tavin, your fourth guess, please.
Listen, it's not one that I like super agree with, but I feel like I could get a small amount of points, some cheap points here. And I mean, she's literally a wife, one of the best wives in video games. Give me Elena Fisher.
I knew that was what you were going with.
Elena Fisher is not on the list.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. But great wife. One of the best
The wife
wives.
of one Nathan Drake.
Yeah, she's so good.
Well, Tavin, I'm going to get someone on this list.
Yeah.
Let's go with Chun-Li.
Chun-Li is not on the list.
Really?
Man, that surprises me.
Yeah.
That surprises me.
That was a
Now
shot.
we
at least.
need the final guess from Tavin.
What does he need to win?
Well,
I mean,
Tavin,
right
if
now
you
you're
tell me
ahead
the
by
score.
2.
What's
Right now you are ahead by 2. It's 15-17.
Okay.
Still have that number one slot.
I know, and I don't know who it could fucking be because
You've got
I have a
number
thought.
1 open, 6, 7, 8, and
you're not
10.
gonna put a Miranda Lawson at number 1. That would be awful. That'd be an awful.
It would be.
I
I think I know who number 1 is.
it's gonna be something like hella generic and boring. I'm trying to think of more interesting female characters. I've got the ones that I love, you know, the ones that made an impact on me.
It's a very subjective list.
Ooh. But is it on the list? And is it higher? I'm between 2 right now. One of them's better known. One of them is actually known as like being in a relationship with, you know? Go with.
Beats the hell out of me.
I'm gonna try it. And I'm gonna go Cortana.
Yeah, it's number 1.
Cortana is number 8.
Fuck.
You
Giving
won.
you 3 points.
3 points.
No, you still have one more turn.
You got
Connor.
it.
I have one more. Oh yeah, you went. Yeah.
Don't miss.
Let's see.
You can essentially clean up just about. Well, I
There's
mean,
a
yeah,
good
because you're one behind, yeah.
Yeah. So I even just anything right get us tied.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, there's
Yeah,
one I
Number 10 will get you tied.
That number
back
10
to.
is still there.
But-
Are you eating right now?
No,
Meaning a Kit Kat.
it's Chun-Li not being on the list makes things.
Chun-Li not being on the list. That was a weird one. You said that, and I went,
Yeah.
that's a great answer. And then he said not on the list. I'm like, what the fuck?
There's one character
Sorry,
who
my
I've seen.
wife keeps giving me candy and cookies.
Stop fucking. You're on a podcast. Wait.
Well,
I
I
got fudge
there's
stripe cookies and Kit Kats. Calm down.
what the fuck is? Because there's. Okay, I just lost it. I got it back again. Because this character I know is in a game where you can romance people, and very popular character from that game. But is that enough? Because there's so many. Subjective. Thinking icons. Carmelita Fox. No.
She's my waifu for real.
For all the furries in the audience.
Damn it.
If they look like that, call me a furry. Jesus Christ, are you kidding me?
Tavin, it's okay. You're a furry.
The thighs on that woman, Lord.
Thighs.
Yeah.
Thighs. Maybe that's the secret here.
Uh-oh.
Maybe that's the key.
What do you got?
Well, Chun-Li wasn't on there.
I was gonna say Chun-Li got the fundu thighs of God.
Okay. No, I shouldn't say that. But I should say something.
Yeah.
You know,
Waiting on your last guess here,
stupid.
Connor. Come on.
I'm going to go with Shadowheart.
Oh,
Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3
fuck.
is not on the list.
Wow!
That character took more people by storm than most other like female characters.
Yeah, that one did a lot.
With that, Tavin Bothel is the winner of this hit 10.
Now, before we get
By
into
1 point.
before we get into the results, I want to shoot a couple more that were in my brain that
Yeah.
I
Sure.
gotta get off. The first one, I got a heart answer and a mind answer. The first one is the heart answer. Yennefer of Venderberg.
Mm-hmm.
Not on the list.
Okay.
Wild, but I understand.
I see that. Yeah.
And then mind answer, just to be hella boring, Princess Peach.
Not on the list.
So in my case, the other two I was juggling between was one of them Jill Valentine.
That's a pretty good
Jill
one.
Valentine's number 10.
That's not bad.
Damn, that
That's
would have
not
got
bad.
me.
Not bad.
Yeah. The other one, which I thought I should have gone with it because I feel like it is on the list, is Makoto from Persona 5.
Not on
No.
the list.
Okay.
No,
So
I don't think you're going to see any Persona characters on this.
should have done Jill. I was literally going to do that, but I was like, oh wait, maybe this one's better.
Well,
So
you might be a little perturbed at the number 1 answer, Connor.
Clear.
And that you didn't think of it. And that you didn't think about it. Well, as I said, number 10, Jill Valentine.
Uh-huh.
Number 9, Lara Croft. Number 8, Cortana. Number 7 and 6 are ones that I don't necessarily agree belong on the list, but to each their own. Number 7, we have Bayonetta.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, not my cup
I
of
see
tea,
it.
but somebody's.
It's my
Number
cup of
6,
tea.
we have Diva from Overwatch.
No.
Yeah, I should have thought about Overwatch. Yeah, that would have made sense. Yeah.
But
Usually you think of
you're
people that have, like,
you're gonna
developed
think
characters.
of Diva
Yeah,
first and not Tracer or Widowmaker.
Yes.
Okay.
For waifus, you're not going to Widowmaker.
But
Well,
you could go to Tracer. Well,
she was married and then killed her husband. So,
And I'm also going to assume that a man wrote this list, and Tracer's
most
gay.
definitely.
No. Yeah.
you think a man would care? The video
Yes.
game character.
True.
You're dealing with
number 5, as I said, Samus Aran. Number 4, Princess Zelda. Number 3, Tifa Lockhart. 2, Aerith Gainsborough. And the number 1 answer, Connor. It's 2B.
Oh,
I wondered if she was going to be on the
Really?
list. Yeah. It popped into my head when we first started thinking about it. Then she left it, and I just never came back to her. But yeah. I don't agree with that, but that's fine.
Yeah. She's hot. I guess that was I guess probably the only reason why. Yeah?
Yeah.
What is that stupid way you said
Tavin,
that?
don't be
Tavin?
crazy.
Yeah.
A little too childlike.
Have you played the game?
Yes.
She's
I know what 2B looks like.
She's childlike?
Yes.
In what way?
In her attire, in that she is small, in her haircut.
I'm really like small.
She's small.
Tavin just doesn't like Bob's.
Normal, like 9S is small. He's bigger than he is.
Okay.
Like a big amount.
You got a small boy and a small girl right next to each other.
But even by the standards of that game, she's like as tall as everyone else.
She's what, like 5'6"?
You can't really tell in the game because she's tall as everyone else.
She's small.
Let's find that out.
Well, all right. That is my top 10 video game waifus hit 10. Because
the
I got married this
tallest
weekend.
woman, the tallest woman on that list is probably Bayonetta.
Definitely.
Yeah, because that
7
woman's,
feet tall?
That woman's like 6'7" or some shit crazy.
5'6".
That's exactly what I said.
That's like
That's an average woman, but she's small. Like she's small framed.
no, she's not.
Yeah, she is.
Tavin, her ass is big as shit, and it weighs like
It is not big
She
as
weighs
shit.
like 500 pounds. What are you talking about? What is this guy talking about?
It's not big as shit. It's just
Just
out.
let Tavin be wrong. It's okay.
It's just out. It's not big. It's just out.
Tavin can be wrong. It's okay. Moving
Yeah, I
on
know
to
what you're
Tavin's
saying. I know
minigame.
what you're saying? What are you saying then?
Gentlemen, I'm going to bring something new to the table. Here we go. Take my little time. All right. What I'm going to do is something that I have ripped from TikTok. Hi, TikTok. I'm ripping you off again.
No one cares.
It's the whole reason why we made this show is to rip off TikTok. Anyways, and I forget what it is, but I'm gonna ask you how many. I'm gonna give you a guys that you. We're all gonna play, all three of us. I'm gonna give you all a category, right? Excuse me. To be as fair as possible, I haven't really thought that deeply about any of the categories. I only have 2 prepared. If we want to do a third, we can do a third, but I only have 2 prepared. And in which I'm going to give you the category. I'm going to ask you, how many blank can you name? And then we're going to go through the circle. And like if Connor starts, he's going to go, I can name 1 blank. Phil, I can name 2 blank. Tavin, I can name 3 blank. And at any point when it becomes, when you don't believe that person can name that number of things, you call them out. You say, hey, Cap, you can't name that many things, right? And then I'm going to start a 30-second timer. That person is going to try and name that many things within 30 seconds. So, to make it more clear, our first round is going to be 3D platformer franchises. All right, so franchises, not individual titles, franchises. And so I'm going to ask you, gentlemen, how many 3D platformers can you name? And then, Connor, you would start.
Banjo-Kazooie.
No, I'm not asking you to name the franchise yet. Name the say I can name.
Oh,
one.
I see.
Yeah. And then Phil will go 1, 2, 3, and then as it keeps going, eventually it'll be like at like 9 or whatever. If Connor says, "Oh, I can name 9 3D platforming franchises," that's bullshit. You can't name 9. And then we're gonna start the 30-second timer.
I see.
And you're gonna have to name 9.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
So I am going first. That is the official.
Yeah,
first
sure.
one?
Yeah. So Connor.
Honestly, like 3.
No, go in the numerical order. Start with 1.
1.
1.
We did say that we could jump things. So
I don't. Just keep it to the numerical order.
I mean, then it'll just keep keep going up by 1, 2.
Yeah, but it'll be better for the edit.
Okay.
You say
I can name 3 3D platformers franchise.
Oh, okay.
Now it's back to you. So now you go 4.
Oh, 4.
I'm gonna slap you, fucking silly. Say the whole line.
Phil never said his. Skipped over Phil.
Yes, he did.
I mean, I said 2 before.
Oh. I can name 4 3D platformers.
I can name 5.
I can name 6 3D platformers.
I can name 7 3D platformers.
I want to call Cap on that one.
Yeah, I wonder why.
So here we go.
So the timer.
I'm gonna start this timer. You're gonna have 30 seconds, and I'm gonna show the camera the timer. Disturb on it. Surprise messages popping up on my. I'm gonna start the timer here, Connor, and then you're gonna name 7 3D platformers. Ready, set, go.
Let's see. Banjo-Kazooie, Mario.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I don't think about 3D platformers.
Come
That's all
on,
you
dude.
got? Come on.
Ratchet and Clank. Okay, that counts as it. Okay, I see now. Jack and Daxter, Crash Bandicoot.
Oof. Need 2 left. You got 5.
Yeah, no, right.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Connor, you lost this round of how many can you name?
Oh,
All
no.
right. You only got to 5. You said 7. You can only get to 5. Easy ones that you could have jumped into. Sly Cooper. What's another one?
Yeah, I don't even think
Spyro the Dragon.
Spyro.
Okay, then, yeah.
Ukulele.
Yeah. Astrobot.
Ukulele. Okay, Astrobot. I could
A
have.
Hat in Time.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't have gotten that one.
Also, wouldn't have gotten Sly Cooper. That doesn't seem like a platformer to me. It seems like
Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Could not be. Sly Cooper could not be more of a 3D platformer.
don't you just like if you miss your jump? Don't you just land on the ground?
Sonic.
That's it. Fine.
You're.
Most of the time.
I mean, it depends on the platforming challenge that you're in.
It seems like most of the time you're just running around doing shit from every single thing I've seen of that game.
Yeah, you're not paying attention. You don't know what you're
Little
talking about. Little Big Planet.
That's
It's more of a
2D.
2D.
Sackboy. Okay.
Sackboy's Big Adventure. That's a 3D platformer for sure. Yeah. Sonic Adventure.
I said that one. I said Sonic.
Oh, okay.
Fucking Psychonauts.
Platform? Yeah, I guess it is.
I
So
don't know. I got no more.
now we'll jump to round 2. Now that we understand it. This one, I think we have more even ground to walk on. All right. I'm gonna go. How many romanceable Mass Effect characters can you name?
I can name
Romanceable,
one
okay.
Mass Effect romanceable character.
I got 2.
I can name 3 romanceables.
I can name 4 romanceables.
I can name 5.
I could name 6.
I can name 7.
I can name 8.
I could name 9.
I can name 10.
Bullshit.
I don't think you can.
10 romanceable characters?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
All right. We'll start it. Are you ready, Connor?
Yeah.
Ready, set, go.
Liara, Tolly, Miranda, Jacob. All of a sudden, I'm falling down.
You gotta keep going.
Trainer, Chambers. All of a sudden, I'm blanking.
15 seconds.
3 more.
Samara.
It's 3 more now.
Thrain.
Who?
That was almost the name, but I'll give it to you.
Garrus.
1 more.
I blanked. Thane. That's his name. Thane.
Jack.
Jack, that's a good one.
Heck yeah.
Caden, Ashley.
Caden, Ashley.
Ashley, I missed Ashley.
Yeah. Corin, if you want to jump to Andromeda.
I
PB,
never played that one.
PB, if you want to jump to Andromeda. I forget what I forget who the who's the Turian in that game.
He's the
What's her
best
name?
one.
Vex, is that her name?
Probably. I don't know how you remember any of these, Deb.
I may or may not have just recently watched a K-Bash retrospective of the entire Mass Effect franchise. Hey, that's a great video, K-Bash. Good job.
Oh.
The one you sent to the Discord?
Yeah, it's great. 3 hours.
I gotta watch
3
that
hours
video.
of straight Mass Effect talk. Love it. So good.
I gotta watch that video.
Samara's a bit of a stretch, but because of the Citadel DLC, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Would you have counted who's the Morinth? Would you have counted Morinth?
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
I would say, yeah.
It's bad,
Yeah,
but
Just end your game, but yeah, I would count
right.
that. Yeah.
What about
We got the
what's the guy played by Freddie Prinze Jr. in the third one?
James Vega.
Vega. Yeah.
you can romance him?
In Citadel, you can have a one-night stand with him. Javik also. You can have a one-night stand with Javik. So I would count that
I don't
as
think
well.
you can. I don't think you can do Krogan's. I don't think you can
No,
do
you
Morden
can't.
either. Right?
You can't do Krogan's.
No Morden.
If you can press Vega in Mass Effect 3 and be like, "Hey, what's up?" and he'll be like, "I'm cool. I don't need that."
Did you?
Oh,
Connor,
Jessica
did you say Miranda?
Jobot's character.
I did.
He did.
Okay.
Who is Jessica Jobot's character? The reporter.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Chambers?
Chambers was the redhead.
No.
Kelly Chambers.
ME3 reporter.
It's gonna drive me crazy. I know
Ellie?
it.
Something?
Allers.
Diana Allers. Yeah.
Diana.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it.
All right, next.
Mhm.
I mean, unless you want to talk the who's the consort lady? What's her name?
Oh, yeah. I used to do romancer.
Oh yeah, from 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would count that
I fuck her every time.
every time.
Every time. Why the hell not?
Yeah, why not?
Make that one Turian guy in the club jealous.
Hell yeah! Fuck you, General. What's your face?
Who cares about the guy?
Fucking on your bitch, son.
Hey, but don't be so disrespectful, huh?
I'll do it again.
Fucking maggot. Hey, you.
Whoa.
Yeah, I just said it.
Whoa.
He said He said Calm down.
Mag.
Next category. I want to know.
Fly larva.
Fly
Let's not start with Connor this time.
Yeah, change it up. What is it?
Oh, we're gonna do another one. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
that's
in your
what I said.
game. We didn't plan for this. This guy.
I got it.
This
I
just
got
turned
it.
into like the let's pick on Connor game. You know.
I got it. We're gonna do. Let's do first person shooter games.
Okay.
Franchises, not individual titles. Franchises. So we can start with you.
Okay. I can name 1.
I can name 2.
I can name 3.
I can name 4.
I can name 5 first person shooters.
I can name 6.
I can name 7.
I can name 8 first person shooters.
I can name 9.
I can name 10.
I want to call Cap on that, Phil.
Okay.
He's the one to call it on.
Is
Am
he?
I?
I mean, Less than us.
I kind of feel like I wasn't going to get away with 11.
Yeah.
So.
I was going to call you
All
on
right,
that.
ready?
Yeah, exactly. All right, Phil. Ready, set,
Yeah.
go.
Halo, Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, Doom, Unreal Tournament, GoldenEye.
Mm. 6.
What the fuck is that other PC one?
I know what he's talking about.
I do too.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it for a while now.
Gotta move past it. Oh.
All right, well, Crossfire, I don't know.
Crossfire.
Quake was the one you were looking for.
Yeah.
Quake. Yes.
Quake.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I still would have needed 2 more, but you know.
I would have gone Wolfenstein, Gotham City
that
Imposters.
was another one that I thought of. I was gonna say it right after Doom, but like I was planning it out. You know,
Slip the brain.
Resistance, Perfect Dark.
Yeah. There's
Resistance,
Rainbow
Perfect
Six,
Dark,
yeah.
Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, you should do shoot. Yeah.
You shoot weapons in those games.
Vanquish,
Vanquish third person.
third person, Titanfall.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Titanfall.
a great one. Great one.
Apex,
Battlefront,
Apex, yeah.
Battlefield.
Fortnite. Well, no.
They do
Fortnite
not
third person.
Yeah.
As
They-
far
They
as I
have a
know, they don't
first-person
have
mode.
I just
They have
said
a
I
it.
think that was
First-person
a
mode for Fortnite.
timed mode, wasn't it? They don't have that anymore.
Oh, I didn't know if they.
I don't even know if
stopped
they
it.
did. They have that. I don't know.
I think they did. Yeah. That's why I was.
They
like,
absolutely did.
All right. Sure. Fuck it. Fortnite.
mhm.
There's a lot of this. Is kind of a hard game.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to name things.
Always on the timer.
Would you have counted Warzone? Because that's
Nah, it's Call
Still
of
Call of
Duty.
That's Call of Duty.
It's just a mode in Call
Yeah,
of Duty.
yeah. PUBG was third, right?
Yeah. Well, you could go third person in that.
Technically, Warzone is its own Call of Duty title now, but it's called Splitgate.
Splitgate, yeah.
We're getting Splitgate 2 next year, allegedly.
Oh yeah, we did
Mhm.
hear that. No.
Yeah. I'm interested. Overwatch.
Overwatch. Oh my god, I'm retarded.
Anyways. Well, yeah, that's the game. It's hard. Maybe one day we'll have a success at it.
That was hard. All right, well, Connor, what's your minigame? Let's close this out.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Meta battle. Meta battle is where I take
Ooh.
2 different games and I pit them up against each other and comparing their meta scores. These two have to decide which one has the higher score. It's pretty much always the main meta score, but sometimes we go into user scores. Not this time though. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. And usually some might say it's important to write down the names in advance for your minigame, which I did do. I just had to mention that some people don't do that. But we're now ready to start. If you guys are.
That was
I
throwing
am.
some shade.
Huh?
I
Haven't?
feel like you were throwing some shade there.
No, I was buying time
For
Oh.
what?
for writing your guys' name on a list.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you
For
meant
what?
the games,
For
the
keeping
games
scores.
you were comparing. I'm like,
oh, no.
But first 2 games. You have Sonic Frontiers against Dead by Daylight.
Damn it. I was thinking Dying Light at first. Dead by Daylight. That's an interesting. I'm going to lock in.
I'm locked in. I got mine written down.
Well, let's see. Tavin.
Dead by Daylight.
Go
I
down, Phil.
picked Sonic.
In this case, Tavin gets the first point.
Yep.
Dead by Daylight. Definitely, I don't have the user score for that one, but it was somewhere in like 5.4 or 6 point something.
These internet fans be mad.
Obviously, yeah. But the meta
Were
score.
we going off of? I was going to say, were we going off of user?
I was just saying that right now because I didn't write it down. The scores are as follows. The meta score for Dead by Daylight is 71 compared to Sonic Frontiers 70.
70. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know Sonic Frontiers was only 70.
And the weird thing is the user score is 8.2. So that seems like a fan.
These Sonic fans, you give them a halfway decent game
Yeah.
and they'll think it's game of the year.
Right?
Hey man, I didn't think it was game of the year, but it was top 10. So
Mm-hmm. Oh. Not to many people, apparently. Not to the critics of the world.
You Sonic fans deserve so much better.
No, they don't.
and
This
we
little
got
guy-
it with Sonic X Shadow Generations.
You got it with a little man in a red cap.
Mario?
Yeah.
No.
Why is that really?
I can't wait to be another like 3 years into game club, and he'll actually know something about some fucking video games for once.
How Sonic relate to
He didn't
Mario?
even know who Mario was. Mario and Sonic, they've been rivals for years.
Yeah, but what was the original point you were making about how he's bringing up
Mario's
like,
a better
games?
platformer.
We're not talking about Mario. We're talking about Sonic. You gotta, hey, let me do something. Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars.
They're both good.
I mean, those are two things that are often compared. Yes, Connor.
Yeah, but we're talking about Lord of the Rings quality,
and the fan base has a lot of overlap. Yes, Connor.
but if we're just talking about the quality of a single game or a franchise of a game, and then you bring in comparisons. You're always
First
trying to
of
compare
all,
things.
now you're putting Star Wars because I know you're putting Star Wars in the Sonic bubble, and that's offensive.
Not really. It's pretty fair. It's full of dumb fans that don't know what they want and what they like.
That is true.
Wait,
Wait, hold on. You may have a point now.
Well, moving on.
That Venn diagram is probably closer to a circle than you think.
yeah.
Next two games.
Not wrong.
Horror games.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know those.
both of them. You've played only one of these.
Ah.
You've not played. Neither of you have played one of them. That's for certain.
Gotta be some Silent Hill too.
Until Dawn, the original,
Uh-huh.
not the shitty remake,
Okay.
against
People do
Fatal
not like
Frame
that
2 Crimson Butterfly.
Is it a shitty remake?
Oh, Fatal Frame?
Yeah. No, Until Dawn. Yeah. Until Dawn apparently is like, it sucks. It looks worse in every way, shape, and form. It runs bad, so it doesn't even run well.
Does it look worse?
It kind of
I
looks
think
worse.
it just
Yeah.
looks different.
They kind of took out like
I've seen like the ending cutscene where they're like getting interviewed or whatever.
Yeah.
I was not impressed by those visuals.
yeah. That's what I saw too.
They did like the side by side comparison.
Yeah. I mean, I know they like kind of changed the lighting a lot, and they like kind of messed with the tone of the game via changing the lighting. But what was the choices?
Until Dawn and
gonna
Fatal
ask-
Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly.
Fuck is
Yep, I got it.
that?
Have you ever heard of Fatal
I'm
Frame?
already
I have
locked in.
heard of Fatal Frame.
It's the second one.
I'm already locked in.
Those are like cult classic games.
Yeah, relatively.
Very small amount of people care about. I've seen gameplay of one of them. I was like, this doesn't. The thing is Connor trying to prove a point. I don't know why he would be trying to prove a point on Until Dawn. That's a weird thing to do.
I'm not trying to prove a point. I'll tell you that.
I'll lock in.
I feel like he has no horse in this race.
And I haven't even played Until Dawn.
Not bad.
No, I imagine.
Pretty good.
It's fun. We did it on the Halloween stream. It was fun.
I liked the quarry better personally, but I understand why.
That's a controversial take.
Controversial.
Yeah, people,
Until Dawn might just have the benefit.
People like Until Dawn more.
But that might be the benefit of being the first of that kind of
Yeah,
game. And
yeah, I was
taking the
gonna-
world by storm at the time.
I'm
Yeah,
not so sure.
I think Until Dawn just had a bigger splash.
Yeah, from on the outside looking at it, seems that way. But what do I know? But Phil, hold up that sign.
Fatal Frame.
I went Until Dawn.
It is Fatal Frame.
Yeah.
Yes, Fatal Frame
the,
indeed.
the Crimson, the butterfly one. That's like the best one, right? People love that one.
It was the best rated on Metacritic, and I thought Until Dawn would be higher. So I was like,
I think what, like a 82?
Well, Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly sits at an 81
Oh.
with an 8.7 user score, comparative to Until Dawn's 79 with an 8.3 user score.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember. I can't remember what it was, but there was like a show I had on the background, or not like a TV show, but like some internet show or like a podcast or something like that, where someone brought up Fatal Frame, and they were like, "Oh, which one?" And they're like, "The good one, the second one."
Ah, that locked in your answer then.
Mhm.
Well,
help me out. To
Well,
be
Tab-
terminally online is helped me.
That does help. But with random facts, it's a lifesaver. But Phil won that point, tied it up for now.
Indeed.
Next game. These two are Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, timely. And not the remake, the remaster, but the original Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even guessed that it was a remake.
So that's the superior way to play the game.
All right. Fantasy 12. People don't talk about 12 that much. What was the other one?
Dragon Age
Unlocked.
Origins. Locked Phil says.
That's tough. Dragon Age Origins, a beloved game, but had problems. Much like how Mass Effect 1 had problems. Dragon Age Origins probably had more problems.
No.
Maybe Mass Effect's just more popular.
Definitely more popular. But no, I remember because I played the original of both those games, and I remember Origins never really gave me technical issues at all.
Were you looking for them?
No, but I experienced them during 1. That's for certain.
During what?
Mass Effect 1,
Oh,
when I played it.
There we go. Yeah, I'll lock in.
All right. Tavin, it'd be your turn this time.
Dragon Age Origins.
Oh,
I also said Dragon Age.
and you were both wrong.
Yeah, I figured I was going to be.
Which surprised me, honestly. Dragon Age Origins sits at a 91 with a user score of 8.8.
Damn,
Comparative
fuck.
to... Yeah, right? Final Fantasy 12 has a 92. But a user score of 7.5, which is really low for the game.
I was about to say, why the fuck people don't like Final Fantasy 12 that much? It's fucking 92.
Well, the thing is that 13, I think, also has a high score, like relatively high score, and that one's kind of held to the flames a lot. And that's the thing about both these games is their quality. They're good. They're bare minimum.
But the nerds get mad.
Yeah.
Like it was 16.
Yeah, but 16 seemed to have more like impact than these two games did. Well, I guess
You're
that
living in the
remains to be
moment.
seen.
You're living
Yeah,
in the moment.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. But, no one gets a point there, so we move on to the next. And that is
I don't know if 16 had that impact.
We'll see. We'll see. Impact is the only thing
Had
that
an
can be
impact
measured.
on me.
Yeah. That narrative, mainly. Next games. It's going to be Hitman Blood Money versus the original Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six.
What a weird matchup.
I thought it was weird myself.
I'm locked.
You're locked, apparently. He says he's locked.
What was the one after Blood Money?
Absolution.
That's what it was. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was trying to make sure I knew which one I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm locked.
All right, Phil. Hold up that
I put
sign.
Rainbow Six.
I put Hitman.
And with that, Phil, you gain a point.
Fuck, really?
Yeah.
People like that first Rainbow Six game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Surprisingly more than I would have thought.
I didn't know they liked it until Vegas. I thought Vegas was the one that popped off.
Apparently,
That's the one that I think the popularity hit it, but
also this might be a case of older game reviewing higher than maybe it normally would in today's
Because Blood
standards.
Money is like revered as the best.
Yeah, there was higher
Is it?
rated ones. It's
Probably the newer ones now are
Yeah.
probably revered as the
Yeah.
better ones. But for a long time it was Blood Money.
it was, yeah.
Mm.
But times change. But that is sitting. Yeah, let me make sure I wrote that.
it was
down.
Absolution that people didn't like, right?
Absolution, yeah, people didn't like. It was a little too linear, a little too actiony.
Yeah.
Kind of followed the format of like a. It just fell victim to that entire generation of games. Splinter Cell did the same thing where
I've
Conviction
never played a Hitman game.
and Blacklist. Neither have I. Well, I played Absolution, but I never finished it, and I didn't think it was that great when I was playing it. And then fans were really not happy with it, so I was like, all right, probably not that good then. Haven't played any of the new ones. I want to though.
We'll maybe get to it on the Game Club sometime.
Yeah.
But the reviews as follows for these games is Hitman sitting at an 83 with a 8.7 user score, so very well liked, compared to Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six at an 85 Metascore, but an 8 user score.
What was the Blood Money Metacritic?
83.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So definitely the fans higher on that overall. Next, we have two very impactful games, since we were talking about that earlier.
There's also a thing, maybe not so much anymore, but definitely back in the day, a game would come out, and if a sequel came out and it wasn't as good, it would boost the original game or the last game up in fans' minds. You know what I'm saying? So that extra points off of the fan score on Metacritic may be because of the damage Absolution did.
Could have been, yeah. People went back and were like, I remember when this game was good.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Which is another reason why you can't trust fan input, because fans are stupid.
Yeah. And then you're smart. And what's the
Yes.
response? Yeah, I knew that response was coming.
Yes. I'm a genius.
All right.
Phil, can you believe this motherfucker tried to tell me that Resident Evil 2 gameplay is not good?
I think it's okay.
Yeah, fuck off.
Insane. He tried to tell me Alan Wake gameplay was better than Resident Evil. Fucking get the fuck out of
The
here.
original? I didn't say that.
I don't remember what it is. Even
Second.
Alan Wake 2, you're still very wrong.
Yeah, well, let's see if you're wrong here, Tavin. Huh?
Show me the champion.
The next two
of
games.
light.
Again, very impactful games. That is going to be Ty the Tasmanian Tiger going up against Tak and the Power of Juju.
I've heard about Ty
my
the Tasmanian
God.
Tiger maybe like 3 times in my life, and the fact it got brought up twice here today.
Well, I
Twice
asked
today.
Phil earlier. I was like, name a PlayStation 2 game. He didn't know what my
He
game
did
was
ask
yet.
me to name a PlayStation 2 game. Yeah.
Why the fuck's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger just on your mind, Phil?
Well, he said name a PS2 game, and of course I said fucking Kingdom Hearts 2, and he's like, oh, name one that you're less familiar with.
I specifically think I mentioned that's not in your top favorite games.
Okay.
I would have done like G something.
Well, too bad you weren't asked the question. Maybe you would have known the score. But also, by the way, while you guys are thinking about it, this is the very first day I ever heard of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
That doesn't surprise me.
Never?
Yeah, never.
I couldn't tell you what it looks like.
I love Ty. He's got a weird face though.
I don't know. Fucking Juju.
Spoiled it.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that because I wrote down Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
It's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Yeah, why the fuck did you put the fucking Nickelodeon show game on there?
Which
Hey,
one's that?
It was a game far before it was a Nickelodeon show.
Tak?
I'll have you know.
Was it?
Yes.
Back you're talking about?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, I only knew it as the Nickelodeon show.
Well,
Well,
that was your downfall.
it's because you're uneducated.
Well, the scores is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger at a 70 with a user score of 8.5. A lot of fans for Ty the
Good for
Tasmanian
Ty.
Tiger. With Tak and the Power of Juju getting a 68, but a 7.8 for user score. A little bit higher.
Conquer.
Yeah.
We didn't mention Conquer.
Tak-
when we were talking about 3D.
Tak is
Conquer.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
Very, very weird.
Yeah, I don't know if that show would fly today.
You tell what?
I don't think it would.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Little
What group could it possibly be trying to insult or insulting by happenstance? Oh, that hurt my ear.
Jesus. The mic. Come on, man.
It came out, man.
It was just the boat. You eating on the mic, you burping on the mic.
Came
what are we,
out.
What are we doing
It
here?
was reactionary, Tavin.
What are we doing?
Look, when you have a wife to hand you sweets and treats, then you'll know what it is to know joy. Okay.
I'm gonna have the office. I'm gonna lock the door. Dog can't come in. The wife can't come in. Nothing. We're working.
You're gonna lock your wife out. That's wild.
Yes, we're working.
I tried to burp again.
I hate you. Anyways,
Ding,
I can
bing,
make myself
pow.
burp. So
Ding, boom, pow. That's what you. No,
Do
you
have another
won.
one, Connor? or-
No, that's it.
Oh, okay. Oh, sweet.
You won.
Hey.
Yes.
I won. And that's the end of the show. Of course, thank you guys so much for joining me on this lovely episode of the Piggy Bank. Sorry we missed last week. I was kind of getting married.
I was
It
gone.
was also extremely busy for all of us. We all had very busy schedules, so a lot of conflicts going on, so we couldn't record. But anyway, we're back to a weekly thing. Of course, stay tuned for next week when we do more shenanigans talking about video games. Every Saturday on youtube.com/@TwoPennyGames at 8 a.m. Tavin. And make sure you drop in the comments and give us a like. Follow us all on social media. And let us know what your favorite waifu in video games is. Let us know how many first-person shooters, how many platforms you can name. I'm sure you're much better at this than us. And I'm sure you're not going to lie and Google everything and drop how many you could name in the comments. And, because internet comments don't lie.
never.
And let us know what you think about Ty the Tasmanian Tiger and his weird side mouth.
Starting to think maybe I could have gotten to 11 first person.
Yeah, I could have.
Anyway, boys, let's go ahead and say goodbye.
Yeah, guys.
Goodbye.